Sawadee Krap! Welcome to Break Time with Monte. Today's story, China goes to the moon. China's lunar rover sends back first photos from the moon. China's Jade Rabbit rover vehicle sent back photos from the moon Sunday after the first lunar soft landing in nearly 4 decades marked a huge advance in the country's ambitious space program. The U-2, or Jade Rabbit, was deployed at 4:35 a.m., several hours after the Change 3 probe landed on the moon, said the official news agency Xinhua. The rover and lander began taking photos of each other late Sunday, including one that showed the bright red and yellow stars of the Chinese flag on the Jade Rabbit as it stands on the moon's surface. Xinhua said the photographing began at about 11:42 p.m. after the rover moved to a spot a few meters away from the lander. The color images were transmitted live to the Beijing Aerospace Control Center, where Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang watched the broadcast. China is the third country to complete a lunar rover mission after the United States and the former Soviet Union, a decade after it first sent an astronaut into space. Beijing plans to establish a permanent space station by 2020 and eventually send a human to the moon. The mission is seen as a symbol of China's rising global stature and technological advancement, as well as the Communist Party's success in reversing the fortunes of the once impoverished nation. The landing, nearly 2 weeks after blastoff, was the first of its kind since the former Soviet Union's mission in 1976. Now, today's vocabulary. Advance. Advance. Advancement. Advancement. Aerospace. Aerospace. Ambitious. Ambitious. Astronaut. Astronaut. Blastoff. Blastoff. Broadcast. Broadcast. Decade. Decade. Deploy. Deploy. Establish. Establish. Fair. Fair. Fortunes. Fortunes. Global. Global. Impoverished. Impoverished. Live. Live. Lunar. Lunar. Mark. Mark. Mission. Mission. On display. On display. Permanent. Permanent. Reverse. Reverse. Rover. Rover. Spot. Spot. Structure. Structure. Stature. Stature. Surface. Surface. Symbol. Symbol. transmitted. Transmitted. That's today's story and vocabulary. Have a great day. I'll see you next time on Break Time with Monte. สวัสดีครับ Welcome to Break Time with Monte. Today's story, millions join in celebration of the King. Millions join candlelight celebrations. Millions of people joined candlelight ceremonies across the country on Thursday night to mark His Majesty the King's 86th birthday. From Bangkok, the ceremony at Sonam Luang was broadcast live on national television, while each province held ceremonies at provincial halls in a concurrent event at 7:30 p.m. Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra led the ceremony to praise the King's kindness to his subjects, vowed to have unity, and wished His Majesty a happy birthday. After the ceremony, there was also a set of 38 fireworks displays at Sonam Luang. Anti-government demonstrators held their own ceremonies at their main protest sites at Democracy Monument on Ratchadamnern Avenue and the government office complex on Changwatana Road, where thousands of protesters wore yellow shirts as they joined the celebration. At Lan Kon Muang, in front of City Hall, the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration organized an event to form human letters into Songpra Charon, which means long live the king. The event was attended by 3,700 officials. Now, today's vocabulary. Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, BMA. Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, BMA. Broadcast, broadcast. Complex, complex. Concurrent, concurrent. Demonstrators, demonstrators. Display, display. Fireworks, fireworks. Firework, firework. Live, live. Mark, mark. Monument, monument. Praise, praise. Protest, protest. Cite, cite. Subject, subject. Unity, unity. Vow, vow. That's today's story and vocabulary. Have a great day. I'll see you next time on Break Time with Monte.